Hey, what up, y'all? Kev here. Today, I made roughly $200 trading NQ. Today was kind of a crazy day, shitty day, shitty price action today. Just slow, real slow, real slow. Other than that, though, we had oh, it's on the wrong screen. What the hell is going on? All right. Other than that, we didn't really have any news today. Today was no news Monday. However, tomorrow we got Powell speaking right at market open, which is quite odd. Doesn't really happen right at market open, but that's gonna be a little crazy. We also have 10 a.m. PMI, so could be why Monday was quite slow today. We did get a PM move in the afternoon. However, a lot of news this week, so today was definitely gonna be a little weird today, which we definitely got that. But anyways, going into it, bias for the day was, I didn't really have a specific bias. I was kind of waiting for a high or low to get swept. We were extremely not really overextended, but we made such a move up during Asian session, which caused us to kind of consolidate and accumulate a lot of London session. So I was hoping that we were gonna either continue higher or kind of come lower, sweeping out Asian lows and London lows, which that was initially what happened. So my initial target was targeting back up, taking out London highs. Yeah, before I moved down though, we did have a couple fair value gaps here. We had a fair value gap right here, which got inversed, and then we had another hourly fair value gap right here, which got tapped into. This little fair value gap here is on the lower time frame. But yeah, overall full take profit was at a London high. Scaling down into the lower time frame, like I said, we had that 5-minute fair value gap that got tapped into, as well as the hourly fair value gap. We also, on the hourly, swept out all of London session lows, couple Asian session lows. We did the same exact thing on ES right here. I don't even know where my chart is. Where are we at here? Yeah, we swept out a lot of this liquidity, as well as coming down, filling the whole hourly fair value gap, as well as the Asian low, which was pretty cool. Hopping down though into the 5-minute. Overall, why did I move that? Overall, I was waiting for a 5-minute breaker structure for entering. However, we ended up getting a better entry, which caused me to enter before that 5-minute breaker structure, which would have been right here. However, we didn't get that till a little after. So jumping down into the 1-minute, I'll show you my entry. It was honestly real simple today, nothing crazy. We manipulated to the downside off market open, sweeping out all of those lows, strong areas of liquidity. Overall, I kind of wanted to use that as my take profit and short. However, we didn't take out highs yet, so. And then we also swept out all lows, not really giving me an entry to target lows. So I really only had one opportunity, which was, or two choices, either not trade today or target London highs, or New York session highs. That was kind of both of my targets. So this was overall my trade. Tapped in the 5-minute fair value gap, tapped in the hourly fair value gap, moved up. Didn't really get an inverse fair value gap just yet, but we did have a bearish fair value gap. I was waiting to inverse. My main entry points was waiting for that 1-minute breaker structure, which we got right here, as well as the 79% extension. Closing above that, that was my first entry. Only entered in with half of my position because we didn't have a lot of confluences yet, just going with our bullish bias. So I waited a little longer, kind of came down, filled more equilibrium, and yeah, I decided to add more positions. I honestly should have waited for this full 5-minute breaker structure. However, I saw that the 1-minute inverse 1-minute fair value gap, bearish fair value gap, was getting inversed, and that was gonna be the rest of my position getting entered. overall, probably should have waited for the 5-minute break of structure, but I was pretty confident we were going to get it, which we did end up getting it. Moved up into some profit, respected that 5-minute bearish fair value gap though. That was my main concern with this trade. Not only that, but we had such a big hourly fair value gap here that I felt like we were going to come down and fill more of if we respected the hell out of this fair value gap. Like you can see, we obviously did that, came down, we were in some crazy drawdown, kind of just overall just chopping up. I mean, this was just mad, bro. It was just sitting there, just sitting on my hands. I knew it was going to go up. It was just, I wasn't sure if we were going to resweep, come lower, and then come higher before that, or after that. Yes, we actually reswept liquidity, filling the rest of that hourly fair value gap, which was then kind of made me feel a little bit more confident in the trade. After all that chop, kind of lost a lot of confidence in the trade. We were just accumulating a lot, and I figured we'd make a pretty big move this morning because of all the accumulation we had during the London session. It was just straight chopping. And I knew we were going to come out and sweep all of that out, which we obviously did, but yeah, overall you could kind of see that I took all my positions out a little early. Biggest thing here was we were respecting this 5-minute bearish fair value gap. It was already 1 o'clock, and overall this was probably the longest trade I've ever taken or been in. So I was overall losing confidence in the trade. I've also, just from back testing, I usually, if I'm going to trade this long, I don't really typically see it going that crazy until like the PM session. So I didn't really want to be in this much longer, just kind of take profits at a 1-to-1, which we ended up securing. Other than that, price ended up would have stopping us out, so luckily we secured some profit. And then PM session, I know Elon talked a little bit today, which was a cause for a little chaos right here. Other than that, we just went straight to take profit in the PM session around 3 o'clock. Pretty frustrating we didn't get that in the AM. Other than that though, secured some profit, would have gotten stopped out. Can't really be mad about today. Overall, the bias was spot on. Obviously, things I could have done better. Maybe waiting for that 5-minute break of structure and then a retrace, getting a better fill somewhere down here would have cut the risk a lot tighter. Maybe been able to extend my stop loss more. Other than that, today was a good trade. It was a great trade. I'm not really mad about my entry. Definitely taking my profits a little early was definitely questionable. But other than that, I mean, I can't be mad about today. Other than that, tomorrow, like I said, we have Powell at 9:30, 10 a.m. PMI, Wednesday NFP, Thursday NFP, plus other red folders. So rest of the week is going to be quite crazy. So might just be sitting on my hands for the rest of the week. No trades, not sure yet. We'll see. Stay tuned. Other than that, peace.